Hi there, friends. I'll come in here with a quick note to let you know that the first global Product Owner Summit organized by the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast is coming soon. To know more, check out the bit.ly/Product Owner 2023. That's bit.ly/Product Owner 2023. That's all one word, all lowercase. And stick around to the end of the episode to know more. But for now, on to the show. Hi, I'm your host Vasco Duarte. Welcome to the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast, where we share tips and tricks from Scrum Masters around the world. Every day, we bring you inspiring answers to important questions that all Scrum Masters face day after day. Hello, everybody. Welcome to one more week of the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. And this week, joining us from the beautiful country of Germany is Alina Thapliyal. Hey, Alina.
Hi,
Welcome to the
Vasco.
show. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Alina has recently taken over the Scrum Master role for a team within a public sector organization. Her aspiration is to become an Agile coach. She grew up in Romania and has been living in Germany for more than 13 years now. She loves jogging, reading, and actively listening to people's life stories. And that's what we are here for, Alina, to hear your life story in the context, of course, of software development and being a Scrum Master. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and how did you end up becoming a Scrum Master?
Yes, that's a really interesting story. I have worked for a company for more than like 16 years. I had different roles. I started from a help desk agent, and then I became a supervisor. I was the person who you call like, give me a supervisor, you know. So after that, I took over a team for content management. I was a team lead there in the team. And yeah, in 2019, I lost my job. And one day after, I went to a job center and they asked me, a really nice lady there and very helpful. She asked, so what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to be a Scrum Master. Do you have experience? I said, no, but I like it because my husband is a software developer. So he has been working in Scrum for more than like 10 years. And I heard him every day, daily, retros, these cool words, you know. I didn't know what they meant, you know. I started reading a little bit, but yeah, it was just a little bit general knowledge. And I got a job, not a Scrum Master, but as a trainee, IT trainee. So I started again to learn new things, to learn IT. And in 2022, last year, the company opened up a new program as part of the organization to work in with Agile and to they use Safe and Scrum as team at a team level. I couldn't scream enough. I really want to be the
So
Scrum
you
Master.
immediately went to the manager and say, hey, you need Scrum Masters.
Yes, actually, this is what happened. I told the product owner to be, you know, it would be so cool. I really want to be Scrum Master. If you want to be product owner, gonna be so cool. We started exchanges, infos, books, whatever other. And 2 days later, the department manager called me. No, Alina, we have this and this and this. Would you like to take over Scrum Master role? Obviously, I said yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And there was no way back. But the funny thing is, like when the excitement was over and I reached home and then went to bed and said, God, what have I done?
Oh no, everything is new.
Yes, because I had no training. I didn't know so much. I was just excited about it. That was it. Was really excited and I wanted to do it. I had no knowledge. I had no training. And then started reading. You know, the voice of reason came into my mind. I said, wait, hold on. Don't let the doubts come into your mind. You know, that's not the way you do it. Just just calm down. There are books, there are people, and I really got a really nice help from a lady. Unfortunately, she left the company. She was sort of a like agile coach for me. We had like a cafe meeting every 1 week or 2 weeks, half an hour, questions, asking, and then she guided me through this. But yeah, so This is
We all
how.
have a guide in our lives.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, we get to a point where we need to learn, and it's great that you had that help
Yes,
from that guide.
I'm forever grateful to her, and to be given this opportunity without having to write CVs or stuff like that, you know.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
because that of course when you get to a point where you need to go and send out blind applications with no experience, it's going to be a
yeah,
lot harder.
it's
So,
tough. Yeah,
Alina,
absolutely.
of course, as you started, I bet there were a lot of adventures you got yourself into.
Yeah,
And because today
definitely.
is Monday here on the podcast, we want to explore one of those adventures, a moment where you, as a Scrum Master, you did your best, but at that time, the best just wasn't good enough yet. So tell us that story, Alina.
Oh, gladly. So when we started, everybody was excited. I mean, I'm really a lucky person that everybody in the team was excited. They embraced Scrum, they embraced Agile. We started having sessions like made this PowerPoint presentation. This is how daily is. This is how retro is. Time boxes, explaining roles and everything, and we started doing it. And out of all the events in my mind, I thought daily should be the easiest one, right? Because it's not like the retro where you'd ask those tough questions, It's not like when the planning where you need to do estimation and other stuff. It's not like having to face the feedback from in the review. It's just us. We just make a plan there for the day. Little did I know, because in our dailies it was like in the beginning it was a lot of silence
So tell us,
going on.
walk us through that. So you go into
Yeah.
the first daily meeting, right?
Yes.
You sit down, you look at
Yes.
your colleagues, and nobody's talking.
Yeah.
What's going
Actually,
on through your mind at that point?
actually, everything took place online because Corona. So we were remote. Sometimes we had cameras on, sometimes not. Mostly not. We decided like this in team, and then what I would do in the beginning is that I would have this presentation and say, okay, in daily, this and this and this should happen. This is why we make dailies, and then I'll say, okay, let's see who wants to present the Scrum board, and then silence, and because we knew in theory what to do, but we didn't know how, and little by little it got better. Safeguard, there is a retrospective. Safeguard, we can do that. And then at a certain point, the dailies, they got longer. And one day, I think we reached to the limit of almost an hour. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, why is nobody acting? Why is nobody say anything? Oh my God, what do we do? It's too long. And then it hit me, wait a minute, you as a Scrum Master are the one who needs to do something because it's your own responsibility. You need to own the role and the accountabilities which come with the Scrum Master role. And that was my biggest failure. I didn't do that,
Tell us a little bit. So you were in that,
Yes,
nearly 1 hour daily, and
yes,
you were
yes,
like, oh, why isn't anyone saying this is too long, right?
yes, yes.
And
I,
how did it hit you? Like, what was the moment? Was it there in the meeting, or did you reflect on it after the meeting? How did it go?
I reflected after the meeting because I thought, what would the other think? And I said, what if they think the same thing like me? What if they expect for me to do something? And I said, that's the right thing because obviously they expect me to do something because that's my role. And I said, oh God, what have I done? And the thing that kept me back and which actually took time was that I didn't know how to interrupt being polite. I didn't know how to make this correction without being the bad person ruining the party, because I'm also working as a developer, with these double roles. And the problems were so interesting. And with the developer in my mind, I said, oh, how did they solve that? Let's go and solve it quickly, Totally forgot that I'm the Scrum Master, And then once I started to reflect on it and said, oh, it's too long. And then we took this to retrospective, and everybody said, yeah, it's too long. Maybe we should do this, we should do that. It was a team effort to improve this. And it got better and better. And the real point when it really brought a big change was when a new colleague joined the team.
Tell
And
us that story.
bless him, he has a way to say the things in also a little funny way, that you can't be upset with him that he said. You say, wow, you're right. So we had this daily. He came there and said, guys, your daily's here, we need to do something about it. It's a bit long, don't you think? And it clicked, it for everybody. Everybody said, you are right, and we took it immediately in the next retrospective. And I think was one of the best retrospectives because we came up with a bunch of best practices to use for the events for daily. And now, I mean, when I come to daily, someone already has the screen shared. We don't need to ask who wants to do this or who wants to present or anything. They have the screen share. Somebody starts to talk, and then one thing I know that I did not want to do was to call up a list, like, hello, everybody, I'm the Scrum Master. Here's the list. Okay, Anna, you go first. By the way, these are made up names, nah? Anna, John, whatever. I did not want to do that because that would have taken away the self-organization possibility. It took longer in our team, but we got there. And now we are 10 people in team. In the 12 minutes, we have the daily. Nail it.
So it sounds to me that from this story, there's also the aspect that you were also as a developer in that team.
Exactly.
And it sounds to me that the process that was going on in your mind, like, somebody should say something or do something about this, who should that person be? And as you said, it was probably going on in the other team members' mind as well, right? Like,
yeah.
And when the new team member comes in and triggers that conversation that led to that retro, I think that at that point, maybe what happened was that the whole team was reflecting on it, and the whole team was going through the same process. And I was thinking, like, even though I know it wasn't intentional, I think this is a great example of a Scrum Master leading by example when it comes to showing what self-organization is, right? Because at the end of the day, you let the team go to a point where they had to act.
Yeah, I didn't know at that time. Now in retrospect, yes. But as I said, I didn't want to be the boss to make the rules. I said, even if it takes longer, let's see together how to do. Let's see how team reacts, And as I said, it was a team effort, and they are amazing. I'm lucky to have such a team. Honestly, I'm really lucky.
Absolutely, that was a great story. Thank you for sharing that, Alina.
Thank you for having me.
Hi there, Agile friends. Thank you for sticking around. This year's first global summit dedicated to the product owner role in Scrum will have some amazing keynotes and 2 tracks filled with first-hand stories and experiences for product owners to learn more about that critical Scrum role. We'll have Roman Pichler, author and product expert, who will be answering your questions and sharing the most important aspects of the product owner role. We'll also have Colleen Johnson talking about why roadmaps are probably making your life much harder than it needs to be, and what to do instead. This talk was quite a success in Agile Online Summit 2022, and Colleen has learned some new tricks, tools, techniques that she will share with us when it comes to roadmaps for the product owner role. And we will also have Henrik Nyberg, author of Scrum and Kanban from the Trenches, as well as one of the creators of the Spotify model. So come in and listen to his stories. And we'll also have, of course, 2 tracks with many more sessions and even some live sessions. The 2 tracks will cover practices every product owner should know, where we'll be hosting conversations on topics that product owners need to be familiar with, like product backlog refinement, planning, and much more. The second track will be on metrics, measuring product and personal success as a product owner. As product owners, it's crucial to have a clear understanding of what are the metrics that drive success for us, and of course also for the products and businesses that we work with. And we need to continuously measure and optimize those metrics. So in this track, we'll be sharing what's working and what's not in the area of measuring success for product owners. We will also have the opportunity to network with our peers. It's a network event, of course, so get your tickets and join our Slack. Go to bit.ly/product owner 2023. That's all one word, all lowercase. As always, we will have free tickets and VIP tickets, which will give you long-term access to the content of this summit. So check them out at bit.ly/product owner 2023, all lowercase, all one word. I'll see you on the summit floor.